For cheap and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins, check out EasyMut.com and use code SPORTS for 5% off your entire order. What's up YouTube? It's Duke back here from SportsGamers.com. In today's Madden 21 video, I'm going to show you guys the easiest way to pass the ball in the entire game. This is a concept a lot of pros use. You can use it in any playbook, and I'm going to show you guys examples how to use it from multiple formations, and it allows you to beat any coverage out there. Man's very good this year, but people will mix in zone as well. I'm going to show you guys how to attack everything, like I said, from a few different formations using this concept. It's actually just utilizing a hot route, guys. So it's very, very simple. It's just a stock hot route with a few different ways to utilize it. Now, don't really need anything special with it, so you can use it with any team. I do like, if at all possible, using a good receiver, though, as always, that is important. Good receivers, speed, route running, catching stats. Also for this, we're essentially going to be boxing out the defender, so I do like to have a big-bodied receiver. You guys can see here I got the Falcons, so, I'm going to use Julio Jones if at all possible. So we're going to show you guys a few different formations. I'm going to break it down first from some meta formations like bunch, etc. Then I'll show you guys an example from just some spread sets too, so you guys can get a good idea of how it could work. So let's look at gun bunch here. First, I'm going to use the play flood, which is a pretty popular play to show this, but again, you could really do it from any play you want. If you guys are enjoying my content, make sure you leave me a thumbs up on the video. That's a free way to really support me. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and turning your notifications on so you don't miss out when our videos go live. We do a lot of great tips on a daily basis, and we're going to be posting some gameplays as well for you guys. And in the meantime, if you want more premium Madden 21 content, tips that are guaranteed to take your game to the next level, check out sportsgamers.com. We have the best Madden 21 tips and ebooks. So, getting into this breakdown, the route I want to look at is a simple curl route. And you can utilize this in, like I said, many different formations. It's going to beat man, it's going to beat zone. Now, if you're just flat out going against man coverage, you can just not even really about any other routes. You can just use a curl. And the way this is really effective against man coverage is as soon as the receiver turns around, you just want to hit a low ball, and the way you do that is you basically throw a bullet pass to the receiver's icon while holding down L2 on PlayStation or the left trigger if you're on Xbox. Now, when you low ball it, you then want to immediately click onto the receiver, and you're either going to go for a possession catch or an aggressive catch. Both are pretty effective, and they give you animations that the defense can really just not defend. Just like you see here, you get some dive catch animations. You can get some where you go to the ground to possession catch it. It's just all about boxing out the receiver, which is why I said I like the big body receivers. And I like to hold down, if I'm trying to possession catch, the possession catch button. If I'm trying to get the dive catch animation, I hold down the aggressive catch button. So that's really all there is to it. And the defense is not going to be able to stop that. Now, that's man coverage. If you're going up against zone, I like to do a combo where I not only have the curl, but then I have maybe, like in bunch here, I'll probably throw out a drag that's going to come across the field. So if that they have, say they have hard flats to take away the flat, then I'll throw the curl. But maybe they put their zone drops on, or they use cloud flats to kind of make the curl a little bit harder to go to. That's when I like to have like a drag or a flat route coming across the formation, just like this, so that if they do drop back onto that curl, I can hit the receiver on the underneath route. You guys can see here, easily able to throw it in that soft spot of the zone. It looks like Julio Jones dropped the ball there, but that's a completion pretty much every single time. This time they did have a hard flat to take away the underneath read, so we just stuck it in there for easy throw and catch, although he did, he ended up dropping the ball, but that will never happen really in a game. Let's do that again. You guys can see here, this is a simple route concept, just like this. Got a corner flat on the other side, curl, drag. Again, slow ball in there, get that easy throw and catch. Now, if they do happen to, maybe use cloud flats or some sort of zone drops, that's when you will want to hit the underneath read, which is why it is important to have some sort of like drag, flat, whip route maybe, just something that's going to attack the flat. So if they do kind of drop back under that curl, as you guys can see there, that's an easy read for us. Now, you can utilize this, like I said. You'll see a lot of the top players this year like this a lot from trips tight end. Trips tight end, so you see here the curl's a little bit better covered, although you could still throw it. Trips tight end is very good formation with very good spacing. And it can work good from trips as well. It can work good from, spread formations. I'm going to show you a few examples of each. Let's look at cover 3 this time. And I'll show you guys how you can utilize this easily from a spread set. Now, a concept you're going to see a lot this year from players that know how to pass the ball is a curl flat. And you can do this from really any formation, honestly, that's spread. Here, there's no, actually, I haven't found a curl flat play yet. There are some, but here, corner strike, you guys can see that the receivers in the slot are already on flat routes, so I can just put the outside receivers on curls. So with this concept, I'm easily able to read if they play the flat or the curl, and then I'm just going to throw a low ball in there and get the possession catch or the dive catch animation. Every time, they're not going to be able to stop that. That's simple as 1, 2, 3. Now, guys, same concept here. If they don't really respect your flats, if they do play cloud flats, or they just do something to where they're obviously sitting back on the curl too much, like maybe right here, just throw it in the flat, turn it upfield, get your yards. Very, very easy. So that is utilizing it from spread. Now let's look at trips tight end. There's a few different ways you can do it in trips tight end as well. You can use that same curl flat concept I just showed. I actually broke it down the other day on the curl flat play. But, you can do something very similar from, lots of different plays. It doesn't really matter. A play I like to utilize it from a lot personally is verticals. But, you can do it from, multiple plays. But what I like to do a lot of the times is have, a curl actually in the slot and then a hitch and then an out route on the outside receiver. So what this does, and then like on verticals, I like to have a wheel route with the corner out. But what this does is it draws the out route, draws attention to the sideline if there's any flat zones. And then the curl and the hitch are sitting in the middle of the field, and they basically have to defend both, and we can low ball either. So here you guys can see the curl is wide open. That's an easy throw and catch because they set on the hitch route. Now, that kind of gives the defense a big problem, and this is why I like it so much from trips, because you're able to attack it with 3 people on one side of the field. They have to defend the sideline with that quick out. Then they also essentially have to defend 2 curls, slightly different levels over the middle of the field with very, very good spacing. So now you see they have to guard the flat with the out route, because if they don't, we can throw that every time. And now whoever's in the middle of the field, the hook curl, their hook zone or whatever, they have to decide, like, am I going to sit on this not smoke screen, but hitch, or guard the actual curl depth? Here you obviously see he guards the hitch, so we hit the curl. So I feel like trips is such a good passing formation in general, is the spacing just puts so much stress on the defense, and that's something you can utilize against any coverage. This time we'll do Tampa Two. You're going to see the same concept prevails. This time I'm going to take my user, and I'm going to say, okay, I'm not going to let you throw that curl. So you see that? Now we just throw the hitch, and that's why, to me, it is most effective to utilize from trips tight end than some of these other formations. Some of the other formations are a bit more basic, like spread, working the curl flat, bunch, you can do like the curl and the drag. But to me, this is the hardest one to defend, because not only do you still have to defend the quick flat sideline area with the out route, but then you also have to decide whether you're going to take away my hitch or my curl in the middle of the field. And I mean, obviously, you cannot leave the other side of the field alone either, because, at the end of the day, we do have the tight end and the running back heading out of the backfield. You cannot ignore that. And again, if you do not defend the sideline and you just kind of sit in the middle of the field, as kind of happened on the last play, I can just throw that quick out route for easy, 5-10 yards, and that's every time. So, hope you guys enjoyed this tip. Like I said, leave me a like on the video if you did. Very, very easy and effective way to pass the ball. Till next time, it's Duke, and I'm out of here.